What if you woke up tomorrow to a world without lions? No more majestic roars echoing across the savannah, no more golden manes against the sunset. It sounds like a tragedy, but the real impact goes far beyond just losing a beautiful animal. The extinction of the lion would trigger a devastating ecological collapse, a domino effect that would unravel the entire African ecosystem as we know it. This isn't just about saving one species. It's about preventing the catastrophic chain reaction that would follow their disappearance. Imagine the African plains, suddenly free from their apex predator. At first, it might seem like a paradise for herbivores. Wildebeest, zebra, and buffalo populations would explode without the constant threat of a lion hunt. Their numbers would swell, grazing unchecked across the grasslands. This overpopulation would lead to severe overgrazing. The once lush savannas would be stripped bare, turning vast landscapes into barren, dusty plains. The vegetation that supports countless other species from insects to small mammals and birds would vanish. This disappearance of plant life would also increase soil erosion, degrading the land and making it harder for anything to grow back, fundamentally altering the physical environment. This ripple effect would then hit other predators, with herbivores like wildebeest and zebra becoming scarcer due to starvation from the lack of vegetation. Secondary predators such as hyenas, leopards, and wild dogs would face a food crisis. These animals, which often scavenge from lion kills or prey on the same herbivores, would be forced into intense, desperate competition for the dwindling resources. Many would starve, their populations crashing alongside their prey. This imbalance would create a vicious cycle, where the disappearance of one key predator leads to the starvation and decline of others, creating a predator-prey dynamic that is completely broken and unsustainable. The chaos wouldn't be contained within the wild. As natural food sources disappear, the surviving herbivores and predators would be forced to venture into human-populated areas in a desperate search for sustenance. Farmers would wake up to find their crops devastated by hordes of starving zebras and buffalo. Livestock would become easy targets for desperate leopards and hyenas. This surge in human-wildlife conflict would be inevitable and tragic. People would suffer economic losses, and their safety would be compromised. In response, culling or retaliatory killings of these animals would likely increase, further accelerating the loss of biodiversity and creating a volatile and dangerous environment for both humans and the remaining wildlife. Furthermore, the loss of the lion would have profound economic and cultural consequences. Lions are a cornerstone of the multi-billion-dollar wildlife tourism industry in Africa. They are the main attraction, the creature that millions of tourists travel across the world to see. Without them, safari tourism would plummet. This would lead to a massive loss of revenue for national parks, conservation programs, and local communities that depend on tourism for their livelihoods. Guides, lodge staff, and conservation rangers would lose their jobs. The funding that protects the entire ecosystem funding that often comes directly from lion-related tourism would dry up, leaving all other species, from elephants to rhinos, vulnerable to poaching and habitat loss. Culturally, the lion is a powerful symbol of strength and royalty, deeply embedded in the heritage of many African nations. To lose them would be to lose a piece of humanity's collective cultural soul. The extinction of the lion is not a distant, hypothetical problem. It's a real possibility, driven by habitat loss, human-wildlife conflict, and poaching. The disappearance of this single species would not just leave a void, it would trigger an ecological and economic disaster. It would unravel the food web, decimate other species, ignite conflict with human populations, and cripple economies. Protecting the lion is not just about saving a magnificent cat, it is about preserving the delicate balance of an entire continent, protecting countless other species, and safeguarding the communities that coexist with them. The roar of the lion is the heartbeat of the savannah. If it falls silent, the entire ecosystem will crumble.